Welcome to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast,
where we've flipped the script with our groundbreaking modus operandi to bring you real, relevant, and relatable tactics and techniques to master your own play to win mindset.
Talk about a superpower. It's time to iron your cape.
What we know for sure is what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one is really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Welcome to the Edge, where playing not to lose is not an option.
One of the things, Kara, that has been fun is to watch your golf game since October. So last
I'm
October,
glad you're amused.
I am. Last October, Karen with our friend Joanne went to golf school for 3 days in Tampa. Since then, Karen, Kathy, Joanne and I went to golf school in May, same instructors. It's been a phenomenal experience. But what happens when you go to school is they often try to change your swing.
Yeah. And well, they don't try to. Like, it depends where you go and how your swing was and what happens. But I was playing golf for, 20 years now, maybe not that much. But anyway, I played for a real long time and I used to play really well. And then I stopped for a while. And then when I started back up again, I didn't want to bring any of the old weird habits that I had, even though they had kind of worked for me. I wanted to come back and be better than I was, not just be the same as I was. So I figured, okay, great, let's go to this golf school and let's just, let's start from kind of square one. So starting from square one completely changed everything about my golf swing. The only thing that remained the same, I would say, is my grip. And I'm solid with that and I'm not changing that. But everything else has changed with it. And it's the stance has changed, however, the club back has changed, like every single thing has changed. And quite frankly, guys, I suck right now. And the thing here is I do have glimmers of hope here and there. And when I hit the ball well, there's good contact. But the thing is that I'm staying with something, knowing that there is going to be a big benefit and I'm going to be a better golfer. Although right now, the uncomfortableness of a couple things, right? The uncomfortableness of not having the swing really solid is one thing. And I'll be honest, the uncomfortableness of scoring like crap is just like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, okay, this is about your ego. This isn't about your ego. Don't just hit the ball like you used to hit the ball. Hit the ball like you want to hit the ball tomorrow. And to be in now to get better then. But yeah, my golf game is horrible right now and it's uncomfortable as hell. And I'm still using a word that we talked about last week or the week before, committed. I'm committed. And here's a fun thing. Every golf ball that when we start playing golf, like I mark my balls, I put a line on my ball before we start playing, and every single ball has a C on it for commitment. So when I tee off, I look down at that ball and I see that C, it's just commitment. And I'm committed to the shot and I'm committed to being there and being completely in that swing. So that's what I got right now, Jen.
No, I love it, right? So it sounds like changing your swing is not easy, but you have faith in the results it will yield you.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I really believe that it would be, even though I've been doing this, I mean, we went to golf school in October, but then we didn't play. Like we didn't play a lot until probably, I don't even know, March. So this has really been going on. I mean, the adjustment came in October. We really started playing again in March. So it hasn't been that long. But I think if I went back, I could play and shoot consistently in the 80s again, right?
And went back.
If I went back to my old swing. Now, I'm not going back to my old swing. And now I'm shooting in the 90s and I hate it. but I'm still committed to the ugliness of right now to potentially break 80 again.
I think that's really interesting because it's so like you learn a new grip. It is so easy to go to the old grip, right? You learn something new. It's hard, it's challenging. You have to really mentally be engaged at a different level. It's always easy to go back, but then you don't move forward. And so it's a conscious decision of doing that. It's sort of like we were working with a team the other week, and the one guy said, he said, it is so easy to not make time for this. And this being leadership development, the team coming together, coming to figure out ways of working, how to be a stronger team. And he says, it's so easy to not make time for this. And it's true. If you want to be better, you have to put your time in. You have to go to the foundations. You can't just cross your fingers and hope. Hope is not a strategy, that it will be different. And I think it correlates with what you're learning with your golf swing. Let's have a couple ugly rounds, but at the end of the day, the power from the new swing, the potential of the new swing, which at some point will become the old swing, like we don't even have, that's just kind of trippy to think about. It's about really staying with the uncomfortableness to get the result that you want.
Yeah, and Jen, going back to what the gentleman said, last week, was that, this is the work that makes the most difference if you do the work. And what happens is that in the interest of time and speed, people don't make the time to do the work. And it's just the same as golf, right? If you don't take the time to put in, to practice and to do all the things that you really need to do, it's like anything else. You're not going to get better. And so often what happens is some of the teams that we work with, they put things off, and it's kind of like kicking the can down the roadway. And then it's just like, oh my gosh, the wheels are falling off. And because it's so easy to not do this work that is so meaningful, that makes the biggest difference, because there's other things that are coming in. And we understand there's a bazillion other things that are coming in that are really high priority. But I feel like people are missing the biggest piece sometimes of this, that if you do this work that we do when we work with people, with teams, right? When we work with them with their strengths, if they did that work, these other things would be easier. And I almost feel like I want to knock on their forehead sometimes and like, hello, McFly, are you in there? Like, pay attention. Like, this is important. Make the time, because it's going to make things easier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all very interesting, and it is about those who are willing to be committed to the uncomfortable in order to go further, and whatever it is they want to go further, and however it is that they define it, are going to be able to achieve what they set their sights on, because it teaches you to deal maybe with disappointment. It teaches your ego to be a little bit humbled. It teaches you the rhythms, the rituals, and the habits that are going to sustain you in the long term. And so, yes, just like working with teams, you got to change that dynamic or change your golf swing, but the effort and the focus is well worth it.
It's funny, Jen, just made me think of, and then we're going to wrap this up. I love how people get to go on our rides of obsession. Right? So they've been on our running obsessions with us. They've been on our Orange Theory obsessions with us. And now they're on our golf obsessions.
I know. I got to tell you one thing, Sullivan. When we're in something, we are in it. Yeah. There is no denying that, right? So we go all in and learn what we can, have as much fun as possible in the process, change who we are, get the insights. And I am so thrilled to be in this phase right now of golfing. And I'm secretively just wondering I wonder what the next one will be. But the beautiful thing is, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It'll come.
Oh yeah, big time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Edge Play to Win Leadership Podcast.
Craving more? Of course you are.
Check out our website at kickstartyouredge.com,
where we fire you up, fan the flames of your competitive edge culture, and ignite your tenacious pursuit of an all-out play-to-win mindset.